Now this is where I first moved when I had my first child. This is Blumeyer when they first built them back in the early 70s. And I moved from right on this corner to the high-rise of Grand and Franklin on the ninth floor, and I did this from Franklin and Bell all the way to the skyline. First Baptist Church, the park and swimming pool, Lucas Heights before they built it, Martin Luther King's Bridge, and Channel 11 Tower. Now this took me 2 years and a half to sketch and paint that. And I sold it to Renaissance that rebuilt Blumeyer. And it's hanging in their office where you go to apply for an apartment. It's in their lobby.
Well, you know what? For those who might be viewing this online in another country or around the United States, the Blumeyer is a housing project here in the city of St. Louis.
Right.
And that's where you came. Where you kind of came up.
No, that's where when I first got married.
Ah.
I moved to in Blumeyer. I was about 22, maybe 23 years old.
Well, I can see why it took so long, cause you put your heart in this.
Yeah,
bad
then
boy.
I did it from the ninth floor facing east. And I had a pair of binoculars. That's why I got so many details. And the killing part about this scenery was the trees. If you could really see this, the original painting, every tree on there is a different color of green. That's why I had to stop for a month to get the green out of my head before I finished. But it's detailed to the letter. And if you ever saw Blumeyer, it would blow your mind that I sit in the window and did this for 2.5 years. And I'm so mad I don't have the sketches I did of this before I painted it, because I gave it to somebody to show them to a person in the hotel business to maybe hang in one of their lobbies, and she moved to Atlanta and kept my portfolio.
Didn't you do some work at Anheuser-Busch?
I was in their magazine. They took, I sent photos of some of my work, and they put it in their magazine. Plus, when I worked at Bristol Myers, when I started painting, they had an art contest in New York every year. I sent all my paintings and artwork to New York, where he had his art contest. Took me 4 years to win first place. And when I did, I beat the owner of the company, because he was an artist. So he came to St. Louis to meet me because I beat him. And I used to take offense to him winning because he owned the company. But then I realized, but he's an artist. So I didn't have no feelings about that anymore. We talked for 2 hours doing an 8-hour work shift. And it was beautiful. I really got a lot out of that.
You know what? That's what the art of conversation can do. You know, before you got to know the guy, you had a little.
We had a competition. We had a competition. I was mad he won first place every year, and I thought I should have. And I would enter four paintings a year.
But it turned out to be a mutual respect.
Right. That he said, this young man can paint. And when I met him, we were just like two friends meeting at a lunch counter or anywhere at a bar having a drink, and struck up a conversation about art. And it was, I got a lot out of it. But see, I never went to school for art or doing paintings or nothing. This is just something I like doing naturally. I used to draw when I was in grade school. That's probably why I failed the 4th grade, because I was always drawing on the paper they gave me to do arithmetic on. So that's about me in a nutshell, and I'm still painting, and I love it today.
And I want to thank you for allowing me to see your collection here. And now we're going to see what the world thinks.
Oh, and I've been wanting to put it in the world for years. And just to have Blumeyer's painting in the Renaissance, that really laid me out, because everybody that ever lived in Blumeyer, and I made copies of this. This is a copy, and I still got several copies. I usually sell them, excuse me, to the people in Blumeyer. They have a picnic every year, and I still got some for purchase, and you could have them blowed up bigger than this, because the one I did in oil like this photo here, it was 3 feet by 4 feet, the same as the sunset I did over the couch. So you can imagine the magnitude of it. And it's just when you do something you like, I would do it. I did a picture of Mona Lisa for a friend of mine. He didn't like it because I couldn't see the background on Mona Lisa, so I did it like the paneling you put in your basement behind her face. And I did her face from a cigarette pack, bigger than that 3 feet by 4 feet of the sunset. And it was just like he did it. And he said he didn't like it, so I tried to buy it back, but he wouldn't sell it. So I don't know where it is. And I did her in 45 minutes in oil, and I sketched her in ink and hung it up on my closet door in my apartment to dry. And I told him it took me 5 days, but it took me 45 minutes to sketch and paint her in oil on canvas.
Well, look, man, thank you so much. And let's see what the world thinks. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you here. Thank you very much, and I hope they like what I have to offer.